In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to start a clothing brand with $100. Let me just start off by saying that I don't recommend this, but I'll explain later why. Personally, I would only recommend this to people that really don't have money or they just want to test out the clothing brand. These are the table of contents. And before I get into it, I want to talk about the sponsor of today's video. Like I said in my previous video, starting a clothing brand by yourself is very hard. I also stated that if you have a community or a mentor, the process is going to be way faster. And personally for me, that is something that I regret not doing. And that is where the sponsor Zycros comes in. The Zycros Discord server is full of clothing brand owners where you can learn, network, and get resources to help your brand. And I've also personally checked out the Discord server and there's a lot of good resources and a lot of people asking questions. I would definitely check it out because you don't have anything to lose. It's literally a Discord server. You don't pay anything to get in. All you do is join. And if you want to join, the link will be in the description. That being said, let's get back to the video. The first thing that I'm going to be talking about is samples. And for samples, the first thing I'm going to be talking about is print on demand. If you are going to use print on demand, I would recommend you use Printful. It's pretty popular and a lot of people use it. However, I don't recommend you use print on demand in general. The first reason is that profit margins are very low. If a print on demand service charges you $25 per shirt, you would have to at least price it at $40, which means nobody's gonna buy it since you're also a new brand. It just doesn't work out. Another thing is that the quality is pretty bad. So you're paying $25 per shirt for a bad quality shirt and the customers are getting that bad quality shirt for $40. So would they really buy from you? No. And another thing is that you're not going to use it in the long run anyway, so why even start using it in general? And I guess it depends on what type of clothing brand you want, but I've never seen a streetwear clothing brand owner use print on demand. It's just not for streetwear. It's like a coffee mug shirt. If you want to sell weird shirts like that, go ahead, but I don't really recommend you use this. But I will say this is the cheapest option that you can use. The second thing you can do is find a manufacturer, which I recommend. And mind you, if you do use a manufacturer, most of your money will be spent here, assuming that you're a normal person and you use a Chinese or Pakistan manufacturer. For example, a shirt sample is usually around $30 to $50 and shipping in itself is around $30 to $50. So let's just assume that you get two shirts with a basic screen print and it's $30 each and somehow shipping is only $40. That's already $100. That being said, even though you use all your money here, in my opinion it's worth it because the quality is better and in the long run you have to change to a manufacturer anyways. So why not just do it from the start? The second thing I'm going to be talking about is a website. For the website, the cheapest option is to use Shopify. Shopify also has a free trial plan, so you would have to use that since you don't want to use over $100, right? And the third is social media. The two apps that I would recommend you get is TikTok and Instagram, which are both free. The only problem is that you won't be able to run ads since the minimum for TikTok is $20 a day and for Instagram it's $5, so you'll run out of money quick. And the last thing that you need to use money on is supplies. This is really the only thing that you need to buy, but since we used $100, I would recommend you borrow $20 from a friend and buy this poly mailer. For shipping labels, you don't need to buy the labels. For the shipping labels, you don't need to buy a thermal printer. You could just print it on a regular printer. If you don't have a printer, just go to your local library. They have one. And everything else like designs and website design, marketing, you would have to do by yourself. You would have to learn how to use Photoshop, how to edit websites, how to make a good conversion website, since you can't pay anybody else to do it since you're on a budget. I'm not sure if you were able to tell through the video, but I don't recommend you do this. You have to understand that if you don't have money, you have to replace it with time. An example is that you're not spending money on ads because you want to do everything on a budget, which means that you have to do everything the harder way. You have to start from zero followers, and you have to somehow grow your Instagram account with 0 followers, by the way, with no ads either. It's just dumb. If your reason is that you don't have money, just work a 9-to-5 job for 2 weeks and bam, you have $1,000. Everybody for some reason only wants to start with $100 or $0 and make $100,000, but that's just not the case. It doesn't work like that. If you want to make money, you have to spend money. For example, let's just say there's two people that start a clothing brand. The first person starts off with 100 and the second person uses 1,000. The person that spent $100 is going to take 6 months to start their clothing brand, and the person who spent 1,000 is going to take 2 months. Okay, so you have to understand if you're not going to give up money, you have to give up time. And like I always say, everything faster is better. So I'd rather you just work a 9-to-5 job for 2 weeks and just get it over with, get $1,000 and just start off with that. That is the end of the video. If you want a specific video, just comment it and I'll probably make it. And thank you for watching.